This news blast is brought to you by Qberg, Pittsburgh's source for LGBTQ plus news and community information. To learn more about Qberg, check out their website at qberg.com. That's QBURGH.com. Thousands of demonstrators gathered in cities across the United States on Wednesday to protest the Trump administration's early actions, decrying everything from the president's immigration crackdown to his rollback of transgender rights and a proposal to forcibly transfer Palestinians from the Gaza Strip. One of those protests took place at the corner of Main and 2nd Streets in Jamestown, Pennsylvania. However, since taking office in January, Trump has issued a swarm of executive orders aimed at restricting access to provisions in immigration laws, sexual classifications and identifications, rollback of rights for transgender people, the shuttering and termination of all diversity, equity, and inclusion offices, and an additional 25 executive orders. A movement to protest the swarm of executive orders issued by Trump and what some perceive as unconstitutional governmental overreach and a lack of congressional oversight into Trump's actions parlayed into a launch of protests nationwide. The initial protest started outside a federal courthouse in Philadelphia and at state capitals in Michigan, Texas, Wisconsin, and Indiana Wednesday morning. Locally, protesters positioned themselves on the sidewalks and crosswalks of the intersection corners along North Main Street and 2nd Street, holding anti-Trump and anti-Elon Musk signage, decrying the president's actions. Trump's actions are unconscionable, inhuman, and un-American, said Paul Leone of Jamestown. We're out here holding our elected representative, that would be Nick Langworthy, the Republican from the 23rd District, accountable for the lack of congressional oversight into what the president is doing. Echoing Leone's statement, Itza Morales, a resident of Jamestown, said that the group is protesting all the president's unconstitutional actions, not just one. This is the United States of America. All Americans should be treated with dignity and respect, and the president should have to follow the laws of our nation, just like we all do, she added. One protester who chose to remain anonymous, citing privacy issues, said Trump is allowing Elon Musk access to our personal data. However, according to Leone, he and a group of protesters with a representative from Langworthy's office who took down detailed notes and said that he would pass on the group's concern to the congressman. The aide seemed very interested in what we had to say, explained Leone. I have hope that he will speak with us, or at least take our concerns seriously. The protests were a result of a movement that has organized online under the hashtags Build the Resistance and hashtag 50501, which stands for 50 protests, 50 states, 1 day. Websites and accounts across social media issued calls for action with messages such as reject fascism and defend our democracy. Be sure to tune in this evening at 6 p.m. for our newest program, News in an Hour. If you haven't already, be sure to download the Live 365 app to take Pep Radio with you wherever you go. That's our news blast. Stick around now for the latest Meadville area weather forecast here on Pep Radio.